Welcome to the course. In this presentation, we are going to share about an awareness on women's health issues during COVID-19. Now we can see the introduction part. At present, the world is facing a global health crisis that affect people, especially for women, in different ways. COVID-19 has deepened pre-existing inequalities and exposed gaps of our systems and amplifying the effects of the pandemic. So now we can see the physical distancing and stay at home orders had larger implication for women in every sphere of their lives. Nearly 70% of women work in the informal economy. They hold less secure jobs, earn less, and save less. So we feel strongly about the need to understand and share knowledge about the health issues, including mental health, psychological impact, and well being of COVID 19, and help people to cope with its challenges. So we have to consider our economic, social, political, and human right factors and the challenges women face in maintaining health and managing their lives in the face of societal pressures and obstacles. Now we can move on to women's health issues. So, due to the COVID 19 pandemic, we are all experiencing massive changes in how we live and interact with one another. So, vital international efforts to contain coronavirus have radically transformed our personal and professional lives. But many of us are caring for those who are vulnerable, and some of us will be vulnerable ourselves. So, it is very difficult to imagine a time where there was as much anxiety and uncertainty for individuals and societies about what the future may hold. The challenge of the last months and weeks of COVID 19 have been enormous. The nightmares for many of the death and illness within their families is just only being understood fully. With the sharp rise in unemployment and limited access to social protection, and women do not have capacity to absorb the economic shocks and are at greater risk of falling into poverty. So there is undoubtedly a significant psychological impact associated with COVID-19. So what are the burdens in household responsibilities for women? So, competing home and work demands place their jobs at further risk and layoffs. Single parent or female headed households are facing significant difficulty in supporting themselves and their families. And loss of financial independence, along with control of finances, keeps women bound to relationships and increase their vulnerability to experience exploitation and abuse. This, along with restriction of movement, limited decision making capacity, and lowered social bargaining power, and threaten their safety and autonomy at home. And also, family members may use deliberate and neglectful tactics to exert power, including continuously finding fault with them, and also refusing access to jointly owned money and threatening to cause harm. Then, important thing, neglectful strategies that involve withholding interaction and invalidating their feelings. So, WHO, World Health Organization guidance on health finance policy is ultimately focused on strengthening health system resilience and health security and universal health coverage. The important topic is psychological impact. The psychological impact is often a precursor to physical and sexual violence in relationship. So physical abuse is often precursor to physical and sexual violence. So depriving them of basic needs and causing harm, manipulation, or guilt to have sex, and making offensive statements about one's sexuality or body. So, COVID 19 has presented a scenario of increased incidence of family abuse, intimate partner violence, and greater complication in reporting and seeking help. Another thing, disconnection from social networks. an inability to seek a temporary refuge from outside spaces or have access to private spaces. So, women are experiencing chronic distress. Women trapped in an escalating cycle of tension, power, and control are vulnerable to experiencing various mental health concerns, including depression, anxiety, and trauma. Stigma and lack of protection and social support often lead to internationalization of abuse and directing the anger and humiliation and fear towards themselves, aggravating feeling of worthlessness and helplessness. This may also result in trauma bonding. If a woman experiences abuse from a partner who also expresses love, they learn to associate love with abuse. If a woman experiences abuse from a partner who also expresses love, they learn to associate love with abuse. So they often rationalize, justify, or minimize the abuse and are less likely to report it. Now we can move on to mental health condition during COVID-19. As countries introduce measures to restrict movement as part of efforts to reduce the number of people infected with COVID-19, more and more of us are making huge changes to our daily routines. So during the pandemic, as healthcare resources are often diverted from routine health services, women do not have access to sexual, reproductive, and maternal health issues or services. Challenges in accessing contraception, self or safe abortion, and medication, violence and feeling of shame, and lowered self-worth, and heighten the risks to women's health and well-being. So, time and time again, women have proved to be the backbone of a recovery in communities as they sustain their families, households, and communities during difficult times. The new realities of working home, temporary unemployment, homeschooling of children, and lack of physical contact with other family members, friends, and colleagues, they can take time to get used to. Adapting to lifestyle changes, managing the fear of contracting the virus, and worry about people close to us and who are particularly vulnerable or challenging for all of us. So, they can be particularly difficult for people with mental health conditions. And avoid using unhelpful coping strategies such as tobacco, alcohol, or other drugs. These can worsen your mental and physical well being. So, visible and invisible wounds of exploitation and abuse remain with women throughout their lives. So, the important signs of mental illness during COVID 19: the negative self perception, persistent low, anxious, and or erratic mood, difficulty with attention, and persistent low, anxious, or erratic mood, and difficulty with attention and changes in appetite and sleep, fatigue, bodily pains, and thought for self harm and suicide. So, seek support from your mental health professional if you are experiencing these concerns. So, stress and feelings associated with it by means a reflection that you cannot do your job or that you are weak. So, fortunately, there are lots of things that we can do to look after our own mental health and to help others who may need some extra support and care. So, here are some guidelines to help our family to stay healthy at home during this period of confinement. So, COVID 19 means that many of us are staying at home and doing less in terms of social interactions and exercise. These, this can have a negative effect on your physical and mental health. So, more important thing is physical activity. Regular physical activity benefits both the body and mind. It can reduce high blood pressure, help manage weight, and reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes, and various cancers. WHO recommends that all healthy adults do 10 minutes a day of physical activity, and children should be physically active for 1 hour per day. So try exercise classes on online and dance to music or play active video games or try skipping rope or do some muscle strength and balance training. And also very important thing, you have to do regular check your sitting posture while working from home. And another thing, break up your sitting and stand up while working or on the phone or watching TV. Another important thing is walk up and down the stairs, do some stretching exercises, and dance to music for a few minutes, or seek more ideas and resources in online. Another important thing is healthy parenting. So there are the 5 ways you can help keep your children safe online. Keep them safe with open communication. Have an honest dialogue with your children about who they communicate with and how. Make sure they understand the value of kind and supportive interaction, and that means discriminatory or inappropriate contact is never acceptable. Another important thing is use technology to protect them. Check that your child's device is running the latest software and antivirus program and that privacy settings are on. Keep webcams covered when not in use. And another thing is spend time with them in online. Create opportunities for your child to have safe and positive online interactions with friends, family, and you. Connecting with others is more important than ever at the moment, and this can be an excellent opportunity for you to model kindness and empathy in your virtual interactions. So, encourage healthy online habits. It may promote and monitor good behavior online and on the video calls. Encourage your children to be kind and respectful to classmates, to be mindful of what clothes they wear, and to avoid joining video calls from your bedroom. Next thing, let them have fun and express themselves. That is also more important thing. Every parent should focus that. Every parent should spending time at home can be a great opportunity for your children to use their voices online to share their views and support those in need during this crisis. So, encourage your child to take advantage of digital tools that get them up and moving, like online exercise videos for kids and video games that require physical movement. Most and last important thing is healthy diet. Eating a healthy diet is very important during the COVID-19 pandemic. What we eat and drink can affect our body's ability to prevent, fight, and recover from infections. So here are some tips for maintaining a healthy diet. Eat a variety of food including fruits and vegetables, and cut back on salt. Limit salt intake to 5 grams a day is good for our health. Eat moderate amounts of fats and oils, and limit sugar intake, and avoid hazardous and harmful alcohol use. Stay hydrated, drink more water. So, another thing, we have to focus our health. So, here are some tips and advice that we hope you will find useful. Have your routine. Keep up with the daily routines as far as possible or make new ones. Minimize news feeds. Social contact is important. Help others. Support health workers. Don't discriminate. Be kind. Get up and go to bed at similar times every day. Keep up with personal hygiene. Eat healthy meals at regular times. And regular exercise is very important. Allocate time for working and time for resting. And make time for doing things you enjoy. Collectively, we must resize the moment to work together to provide essential health interventions to everyone and to build back stronger. Thank you. Stay healthy and stay home.